All right.
Who knows?
Re-recording on Streamlabs. All right. I'll start it off. Take
Wait, let me think of
one.
what I'm gonna say.
Just fucking
Because
introduce yourself.
are you
Three,
okay?
two, one. Hello there. Welcome to the Bean Can. I'm your host, Roski, aka Trent, and these are my other two co-hosts. So let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
I can't You sound like a little kid getting fucking hit. I'm like,
Oh,
when
that was
Brandon,
great.
when you two are talking, I'm gonna have to hit my mute button on my fucking mic so
That was
fast.
perfect. Now, what about the other co-host?
Wait,
I gotta redo that. I fucking laughed. I don't want to do it laughing. That's so unprofessional.
How
should I just
professional
go by
does it really
Walrus
need to
Cat?
be?
True, but there's no reason for me to be laughing while you're introducing yourself. That's just
I just introduced myself perfectly. I'm Brandon.
the way you said it. Hi,
No, it
I'm
was
Hi.
Brandon.
Hi, I'm
perfect.
Brandon.
All right,
You're not. I'm
three,
Brandon.
two,
All right.
one. Hello there. Welcome to the Bean Can. I'm one of your co-hosts. Oh fuck that.
Oh fuck that. Oh fuck that. He's like, I'm not a co-host.
I'm gonna say I'm one of your hosts.
I feel
Three,
like I should
shut
start
up.
it off.
2, 1. Hi there. Welcome to the Bean Can. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Roski, aka Trent, and then I'll let my other two co-hosts introduce themselves. You guys is not
All
gonna
right, who's
fucking
going first here?
speak. All right, hold on. All right, so after I say, I'll let my other two co-hosts introduce themselves. One of you need to fucking speak. You know?
Yeah, which
Should
one
I-
is it?
I don't
Should I
care.
go by Walrus?
You could say your name is Walrus. It's gonna show up as Walrus Gang for this first video.
He's gotta change that right now.
Yeah, let's change that right now.
Hi, I'm Walrus Gang. Gang gang.
I'll just change it to Tim Accounting. No. Gang gang.
Put it as Chris Nelson.
Here's my social as well.
My address is here and my bank account is free for you guys. That's how much I care about you guys.
Alright.
Okay, how do I change it?
I can change it, I'm pretty sure. What do you want it to be? Just Walrus?
I guess.
Yeah, just be like, my name's Walrus, aka Chris, and then Brandon will obviously just be Brandon. Alright. Take 3.
This is like take
Who's
5.
going first?
I am
I'll go.
No, a
Three.
second.
2. Oh, fucking A, dude.
I'll go
Who's
I'll
going
go before
second?
you.
No,
Oh no,
Okay.
I'll go. Yeah.
Wait, no, it's settled.
Walrus goes second, Brandon goes third, Trent goes first. Alright? Alright. 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome to the Bean Can. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Broski, aka Trent, and I'll pass it over to my other two co-hosts and let them introduce themselves.
Yo, what up? My name is Chris, but my friends call me Walrus.
And I'm Brandon.
And us three make up the Bean Can, or every day, or not every day, weekly. We'll get a schedule at some point. We're gonna be opening a can of beans on what's going on in a bunch of different categories. Do we like maybe give a little background on us, or just about like how we got into this?
I think. Fuck. I don't know, man.
All right,
He
well.
says, I don't know, man.
All right, well, I'll give you a little bit background on me. I'm 23 years old. I'm a gamer. I pretty much only listen to podcasts and YouTube videos and things like that, so it just kind of made sense that we created one of these. Yeah, I guess you'll find out more once we start explaining topics. Do you guys want to say anything, or should we just dive right in?
I'll just dive right in, man.
All right.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, so we got some interesting topics we can talk about today. A lot of it's going to be gaming related, just the way it's about to be for this first episode. So, firstly, in a couple days, July 26th to be exact, the Fortnite World Cup is supposed to be one of the biggest tournaments of all time. Easily one of the biggest besides another gaming tournament we'll be talking about right after. It's got a $30 million prize pool.
I was just about to ask, what's the prize pool?
Could either of you guys imagine getting like a $30 million prize pool? That's insane.
It is insane.
And
man.
what's cool too is I don't know if you guys are familiar with the way that they qualified people for it, but there was 10 weeks qualifiers. There's qualifiers for solos and duos.
You're telling me they played for 10 weeks?
10 weeks, yep. And then they had other stuff like that beforehand, but
That's
this is
fucking
like,
long ass time.
yeah, this is
Do we
like
know
their-
who's gonna be?
Yeah,
Do you know who's gonna be there?
Yeah, I can name off some names, but so basically what happened was the way that their points work, each kill you get a point, and then for placement you get a point. So you could have people just completely W keying, just trying to get kills on kills, or you could get people that are turtling up waiting for endgame. Either way, you're gonna get some good points. What's cool though is that every single person involved is gonna get $50,000 just for getting there. So even if you lose, you're still walking out with a bag. So that's pretty cool.
Wait, you get 50 grand?
Yep.
50 grand.
Just getting
Oh
there.
my god.
Yeah, and I will say I played in one of them, and they were very sweaty, so I can totally respect that all of these kids are going to be getting that much money. What's crazy is that most of these kids are like 13 years old. I think there is a total of like 3 or 4 people that are like over the age of 20 that are qualified for this tournament too. Don't quote me on that, but it's pretty damn close to that number. And so there'll be a couple different events. So Friday, the event is going to be the Creative Challenge, which is kind of cool. People who are hosting it, it's gonna be Scissors. He's a part of FaZe Clan. He's got his own like little squad. They had like these tournaments for people to do like cool trick shots and creative games and things like that. So he'll be on there, and I believe Ninja is obviously gonna be on there too. And then another streamer / like content creator that goes by the name of Lachlan. He's got his own team too. So they'll be going against each other, and that's just basically gonna be like weird little challenges that they're going to be doing like in creative, so that'll be kind of interesting to see. Like kind of touched on it with the last Pro-Am. That was kind of cool. I'm sure this time they'll definitely know what they're doing a little bit better. And then after that it's the Fortnite Pro-Am, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with that either, but there's 50 pros, 50 celebrities that will be competing, so it's a pro and a celebrity on each team. Some of them are like Marshmello and Ninja, Xavier Woods and somebody else. I don't know. There's a lot of them. It's crazy.
This Marshmallow is gonna be gaming
Yeah, him and Ninja actually
with his
won.
mask on.
Oh yeah, dude. Him and Ninja actually won the very first like real legit Fortnite tournament ever. So
Is
No
Tiki
way.
gonna be there?
yeah, but he's not doing the Pro-Am. He's just doing like the solo tournament. So basically, the way tomorrow is gonna break down is they're gonna have their creative tournament first, and then after that they're going to go ahead and do the Pro-Am. And what's cool for the Pro-Am is that obviously these celebrities don't need the $3 million. I mean, I'm sure they would take it, but the prize they get, so like each like different competition, it's a $3 million prize pool. So for the Pro-Am, whenever they win, or whoever wins, they get to donate that I think it's like 3 or 3.5 mil to a charity of their choice. So that's pretty cool. And then the creative tournament, whoever wins that out of the 3 teams, they'll get the split, I believe. It's either they split $3 million or every person on the team is going to get 3 mil. So either way, you're getting a bunch of money. And then Saturday is like the big actual like legit tournament day. That's duo day. And the way it's going to break down is so duos and solos, they're going to each have 6 matches to be played out. And the way this one breaks down is you get points awarded for each kill. So if you just completely frag out, you're probably going to have a really good chance of winning. Or it says that for every first place finish you get 10 points, so you're definitely going to get some pretty crazy end games. I don't know if you guys watch any Fortnite end games, but it gets a little hectic towards the end there, so that'll be pretty interesting to watch. So yeah, that'll be Saturday, so that'll be pretty cool. And then Sunday is just going to be the solo tournament. Both of those are going to be huge. They usually pull like close to 500k viewers most of the time on that. And
They're like dropping $100 million on this stuff.
yeah, I think that's what they've made at least since like season 2 when they introduced the battle pass. So it's kind of cool. They've put they put a good chunk of that money in like the supported creator.
Oh, so all the V-Bucks and stuff that are spent
yeah, like I believe it's
goes towards this.
yeah, it's like a certain percentage that's gonna go towards the prize pool, which is really cool because Epic could afford it though because they've got like a $20 billion budget or something like that. But that's pretty dope.
Fucking insane, man.
And for watching it, you can pretty much watch it on every major platform. And what's even cooler, and this is the first time they're doing this, you can watch it in game. There's a setting where there'll be the live broadcast to the left while you're playing in game, which is really cool. So if you choose to do that, you'd be a complete psychopath if you want to watch a tournament and play that game at the same time, especially with how sweaty these little 12-year-olds are. And
But
also,
the people playing it can't watch the tournament, right?
no, that would be like stream sniping. It's just basically for like the viewers and the people that weren't sweaty enough to make it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And some other Fortnite news. It's pretty cool. I believe today actually was their 2-year mark. So they're celebrating with some cool little rewards and things like that along the map. And then also, if you like complete challenges in game, I think you can get like back blings and like gun skins and things like that. So if any of you didn't know that, it's definitely something that you can go do. It's pretty cool. That goes to the 31st. And then also, if you go to your YouTube, which I'm sure everybody who's gonna be watching this is gonna have a YouTube, you can link your Epic and your YouTube account. And all you got to do is watch 20 minutes of the World Cup finals, and I believe they're gonna give you an emblem and some gun skins. So that's pretty sick.
Some gun skins as in multiple.
I think just one gun skin. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's nice of them.
But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much all the Fortnite news I got. You guys got any questions, or you want to touch a little bit more on that before we go to the next subject?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You pretty much sounded like you covered a lot on Fortnite
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, and I'll just say some of the names too that are going for like the solo and duo tournament. I know it's gonna be Tfue. Tfue made it for the solos. Mongrel, he's a new FaZe Clan member. He made it. And the duo that I'm rooting for, Nate Hill and FaZe Funk. I think they have the only team that's been playing as long as they have together. They've been playing for about a year. And other than that, there's just like a bunch of little kids that I just don't know their names because I don't keep up with it that much. But like some of them are like their names Clicks and like Elevate and things like that. So yeah, I don't know if anybody watching just keeps up that much with the competitive Fortnite, but that's some of it.
How good are these kids?
Oh, they're really good. I mean, these are kids that have spent hours upon hours in creative mode since the game dropped that. They are just cracked, as the kids say, what they're building. They're insane. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, it's insane. And I think there's only like 2 or 3 controller players that qualified too. So all the controller players are like the controller community is pretty happy about that they're not completely left out. But yeah, we'll move on to the next subject. It's another tournament that starts actually next month. I believe like a little less than a month from now. It's the Dota 2 International. It's called the International 2019. What's cool about this one is it's in Shanghai, and I believe on the 22nd it was announced that they actually surpassed the Fortnite like prize pool for that. So it's probably going to be close to like 50 mil that these kids are going to be competing for in Dota, which is
Oh, wow.
insane, just nuts. And same thing, kind of like what Fortnite does with their battle pass. That 25% of like the battle like pass rewards and things like that people have spent money on. And I don't know if Dota does like item shops or things like that, but any like money that the users that play the game put into it is being crowdfunded for some of the prize pool, which is kind of cool. And basically just like a little breakdown on the International 2019, because I'm sure not a lot of people are going to understand like what this tournament is or like how it works. Basically, it's a long season. It runs from October to June, and I believe it runs to like the end of June. And that's basically going to be all your pre-qualifying tournaments. They just call this the Dota Pro Circuit. And basically the top 12 ranking teams will just receive the direct invitations. And this event, like I said before, it takes place in Shanghai. It's going to take place at the Mercedes-Benz Arena from August 20th to 25th. And what's cool, too, is this is actually the first international event to take place in China, like for video games. So that's kind of cool. So basically, the way this one breaks down, it says there's also a 6 single elimination qualifying like playoff brackets that were held earlier this month. And the winners that were from all these different areas, from China, Commonwealth of the Independent States, and then obviously Europe, North America, South America, and Southeast Asia. So all the top of the top that won that tournament essentially They basically were invited to the tournament. And then this part, I didn't fully understand, but they to like separate the losers bracket, they have two groups of 9 that compete from August 15th to 18th. So like if you lose, you're not necessarily 100% out of the tournament. You still have, if you compete the best in that bracket, there's a chance you can make it to the actual like tournament that takes place on the 20th. But it says each of the teams will play each other from within their group in like a 2-game series, and you obviously earn points based on results. So basically, the top 4 placing teams of each group would then advance to the upper bracket of the main event. So like those really good teams that outperformed everybody else in the losers bracket still have a chance to win. And then the lower 8 will just go to a lower bracket. And then it says the lowest placed teams from both groups are then to be eliminated from the competition. So basically, you make it to the losers bracket. If you just destroy at that point, kind of like what Call of Duty does. If you make it to the losers bracket in like the COD World League, there's been teams that came back and won it all like at that position. So definitely nothing impossible. You guys got anything to add on that?
No.
I wish I knew more about Dota so I could just get like crazy with it.
Yeah, I've only played the
just the auto chess.
whatever it's called, the auto chess. Yeah.
The auto chess was really fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
really
that.
like in team fight tactics. I haven't done the Dota Underlords yet, but I'm sure.
Was
it's
it better
the
than the
same thing.
League auto chess?
Well, that's team fight tactics. I never.
Yeah,
played
team
the-
fight tactics was good, but I didn't like the pool and stuff that you'd have to gather your stuff from
Oh,
when it would
wherever-
like do a draft.
Oh, they don't do that in Underlords.
No, there's no draft.
No, interesting. That's actually kind of cool.
And I think the the little figures are a lot nicer looking in Dota too.
Okay. Yeah, I've watched like very minuscule amounts of it, so I don't know. I gotta download it. We'll have to play it sometime. And then in other interesting news, which I'm sure if anybody is even somewhat familiar with the Twitch world, you're definitely gonna at least have heard a sliver of this. So Alinity, aka I'm probably gonna butcher this, Natalia Mongalon,
cat.
she was facing some really severe backlash lately, and she's a partnered Twitch streamer. And this started on July 18th. Basically, what happened was she was playing a game of Apex. Everything looked like it was going normal. Then all of a sudden, I think her cat jumped on her lap or something like that, and she just freaks out, yells the cat's name, throws it behind her, has no idea where it's going or anything like that. Now, I will say, in her defense, she said that she knew what was behind her. She knew the cat was going to be fine, and she also stated that she's not very strong, so it's not like the cat isn't going to make it very far. So, to a point, I can understand where she's coming from, but that's a little wild.
She says that she knew what was behind her, but the stream didn't show anything of what was behind her.
Yeah, so I mean, to the people's perspective, you have no idea where that cat's going.
Could have been like a Fortnite trap right there or something. As soon as she threw the cat behind her, it just spikes up.
I will say though, the memes that came out from that video, I am totally.
Oh
down
my
for.
God,
So
hilarious.
funny. So basically, the like whole Twitch community, I think people that don't even are not interested in Twitch at all were like super pissed about it. I know PETA was. Everybody fucking hates PETA, but people were actually on PETA's side when they posted about it to try to shed some light on it.
So
So
they want to take her cat away?
So yeah, and I did a little bit of research. I don't remember exactly where she lives. To be honest, I could care less. But like
She lives in Canada somewhere.
Yeah, it's like the Spoke. I can't remember the exact name of it, but she like tagged it and said that they're gonna come do like a home check-in to see if the cats are fine there and everything. What I was very displeased about with her, because I can understand the cat clip, but people dug a little bit deeper into her after they saw that clip to see if she was doing some other like sus stuff, and they did find one other pretty bad clip, probably the most popular one. I'd probably say it's even more popular than that cat throwing one now. She was having a drinking stream, which if you're above the age of 21, Twitch is totally okay with you drinking on stream. But what she does is she takes a big pull of vodka and then grabs her cat and spits the alcoholic beverage into the cat's mouth and
That's disgusting, man.
laughs as it.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah, and then the cat just like looks like it wants to die, and she's laughing while this cat's like probably experiencing some like severe pain, or I guess I can't say for sure. I'm not a cat.
Well, everyone knows how fucking booze tastes.
So yeah, and I mean, like, obviously some of these side effects are stuff that can happen to humans too. But I did a little bit of research on it, and they said even like the smallest drop of alcohol for a cat could cause loss of consciousness, kidney failure, liver failure, metabolic acidosis. That word is a pretty big word, but it's basically just too much acid in the organism. Then obviously respiratory problems, cardiac arrest, and then ultimately death. But the cat is fine because that was over a year ago, I believe. So obviously, if she's throwing that cat around, that cat is still kicking. The cat's definitely a little bit strong. Now, I will say he probably isn't in the best environment. Clearly, as we've seen demonstrated multiple times.
Definitely not.
By her, but nevertheless, still alive. So that's good, I guess. And I know she's had some tweets that came out at one point, and I believe her apology tweet is still up. But she had this one where basically it was saying like, to all the people that want to ban me, not gonna happen. I already spoke to Twitch. We have something going on. But that tweet got deleted. I couldn't find it when I was doing the research earlier.
Wasn't you saying that
Just let
there
me
might be some?
let me get to it. You're speeding up a little bit, segueing in. But yeah, since that tweet got deleted, did a little bit more research, and fellow, I want to say Dirt Uncoverer, well, just Keemstar, the OG.
Fellow dirt uncovered.
I mean, that's what he does. If you're a dirty man, you're gonna get spoke out. It's just what happens. But basically, this is a quote from Keemstar's tweet. He said, "I know the dirt you have on these Twitch staff," and then he tagged her, Alinity Twitch, and he said, "You won't have that dirt forever," in all caps, because I'm about to drop it. Dear Twitch staff, hire your device attorneys now. So
Device or divorce?
divorce, yeah, I couldn't say that word right away. Probably a little bit had to do with my spelling too. But yeah, so apparently he's got some dirt on her, and I think at this point he hasn't.
So
said
he
anything.
said, hire your divorce attorney now. So
So basically, all these Twitch staff that she's referring to that she has dirt on, she knows that they cheated on their wives or their spouses or things like that. So
yeah, something along those
and I
lines,
believe it.
sounds like.
Keem's got a big reach. There's a lot of people that'll reach out to him with some news recently. I can't remember the dude's name, but he got some dude sent to jail for domestic assault, which thank God. The dude was a piece of shit, but in certain situations, he definitely knows what he's doing. And then I know you two guys were familiar with the Dr. Disrespect ban earlier. I think it was last month or this month that it happened.
Yeah, did he film somebody?
Yeah, in the bathroom. Yeah, that's like old news. But basically, the only reason why I'm bringing it up is that people were just comparing Dr. Disrespect and this situation, saying that Twitch favors girls. So basically, from what I was researching, the best I could figure out why Twitch hasn't came out and said anything is they're in like a weird like bind where they want to satisfy the people who are saying that they're sexist or whatever, and then they want to like do right by their terms and conditions. It's really weird. All I know is that I hope at least she gets like some kind of punishment. Like,
Well, either way, she should be banned.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
And,
feel.
and I'm not saying a perma ban, maybe like a 6-month ban or something like that. Let her come back a good way or something. Or maybe even perma ban her.
Is Doctor
I don't know.
Disrespect still banned?
No, he's already back.
I don't feel like she should get permaban. I feel like she just needs to reflect on her like
Yeah, if anything,
wrongdoings.
let her still stream, but take away her sub button. That's, I feel like, a good way to really punish somebody, especially when they're super dependent on it.
She's done other bad things too, like the copy strike PewDiePie thing, and like then she like marry somebody just to get in Canada, and like she divorced him as soon as she got in.
Yeah,
She
I
just
mean,
exposed herself.
I don't want to give an opinion on that because I don't 100% know about that. I saw one clip where PewDiePie was like defending her over a year ago for the cat things. I think like somebody brought it up when it happened, but other than that, I guess yeah, I probably could do a little bit more research on that. Basically, to sum it all up, nothing concrete has came out from either Alinity or Twitch, so we'll see what happens, and we'll definitely see what happens when Keem posts his drama alert video exposing her. Because you already know damn well, I don't know if you guys watched a bunch of Drama Alert, but he is very good at getting the person that he's calling out on his show to defend themselves. So we'll see if she actually has the balls to say something about it. Because if you don't feel you did anything wrong, you should defend yourself. But yeah,
Well, yeah.
I don't know. personal opinion, I think she definitely deserves some kind of punishment because that's just
I don't think anything's gonna happen to her.
at least at the very least take away.
If it doesn't, it's pretty unfair because I know for a fact it wasn't Dr. Disrespect holding that camera, was
Yeah, no, he wasn't. It was a cameraman, and I don't want to say for sure, but I'm almost very positive that you can hear him beforehand saying, "Don't come in here." I'm pretty sure that he said that. He's like, "Just don't come in the bathroom."
Just a bad cameraman.
Yeah, but
he?
if
He's
anything,
still banned.
no, he's not. He's streaming again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe it was like a couple weeks ago is when he first started coming back. But yeah, he always uses it as an opportunity to push himself. I mean, let's be honest though, he was gonna go to YouTube if Twitch wasn't gonna unban him anyways. So they definitely made the right call letting him come back because he's one of those entertainers that he's a big enough audience where they'll go where he goes.
Yeah.
He puts on a show and he knows how to entertain his fans. And then at least the last segment for me before I let my other co-host delve in on some subjects. So I know pretty much everybody's probably familiar with this, but we got some new ASAP Rocky news uncovered today, and I got some quotes from one of the prosecutors in the case that he's in. So I'll just give you. I know you two already know this, but we'll give a little backstory. So basically, I want to say it was this month because it was the last day of June, but we'll just say it was
It was
last
like
month.
earlier this month, yeah.
It was June 30th is when this happened. He was faced with some controversy in Sweden over a fight that broke out between his crew and two quote-unquote fans. Basically, the whole time, ASAP and his mob, they were like, "Hey, we don't want any beef. Please leave us alone." At one point, ASAP even went up to a fan's camera and said, "I'm doing this for the camera. Please, we didn't do anything to do any we didn't cause any ill will against these two or anything like that." So I don't necessarily know the full information on like how they started following them around. I think they just like kind of knew who he was or something like that. But they were getting a little hostile, and I don't even believe ASAP's like mob did anything at this point. One of the dudes like came up to fight him and he threw his headphones at him, and I think the dude just like broke it and it fell on the ground and broke. And they just walked away because they were like, "You guys are clowns. We don't want to waste our time with you." So yeah, these dudes grabbed their headphones, and then that's when the video starts showing, and they're just following them around Sweden, and they're just continuously like, I couldn't like perfectly make out what they were saying, but they were saying like, "You need to replace my headphones," and this shit like that. And they went up to like regular pedestrians and things like that, and they were like, "Can you please like translate to these people that we don't want any beef or anything like that?" So they were basically telling these two dudes to fuck off. Like the civilians were like even trying to help them out, which obviously, if any of you guys have seen the video, didn't end up going that way. It got a little hostile towards the end. ASAP did in fact get a little angry with them, which I don't blame him at all. I mean, if you're walking around in some random place you're not from and you're just trying to enjoy your time there, you don't want people just fucking harassing you the whole time. So sum it up, they beat the shit out of him. I know Brandon's seen the video. I'm pretty sure Walrus has seen it too, but they're just beating the shit out of this dude on the curb. Like, it's a straight brawl. Like, but to be honest, I'm going to be on ASAP's side because I probably would have done the same thing if I was with my squad and that shit was happening. That's just super annoying.
I didn't see the fight, man. Was it like that bad?
Oh, like, they didn't show like the full-on brawl, but he's like throwing him down in the street and like kicking him in the face and just like beating his ass.
Jeez.
But basically, so what happened today? Oh, and I'll give you some more context too. Bunch of people have reached out. They even tried to make that petition. I believe it had like close to 2 million signatures or something like that. Saddest part is though is that will amount to nothing. No amount of signatures is gonna do anything for them to release somebody from the Swedish custody. It's a nice thought though, but yeah, almost a complete waste of time. But even
How many years did they want him?
well, his maximum sentence, if he's charged, could be up to 2 years, which is a lot better than what they were saying before.
Fight?
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's just like what they're saying.
You said 2 years, right?
Yeah, maximum of 2 years, which is better than it was gonna be though, because it was gonna be
I heard
like
6 years.
yeah, that's what it was beforehand. But as of today, and the article that I was reading, the maximum sentence will be 2 years. I don't think he's gonna get the sentence, but even the fact that our president tried to reach out and tried to free him, but they unfortunately don't have like a bail system, so no amount of money was gonna get him free that way at least. According to what Trump said and all that, they don't have an agreement yet. So I'm assuming they're gonna make him go through the full trial. Trial does take place at the end of this month, so the 30th to August 2nd. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, he doesn't get completely fucked. But I'll
Where
give
was
you
this again? France?
Sweden.
Sweden.
But what's cool too though is a bunch of like rappers in his like community. They spoke out, and I know Tyga, who else?
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. They were all basically like, I'm not doing any Sweden shows. And I think even some like mainstream pop artists and things like that too, like even came out and said that don't try to book me in Sweden, blah blah blah. I'm not going, which is awesome. I mean, that's definitely one way to make a stand, but I don't think they give that. I don't think they care that much.
Well, yeah, the
It
only
sucks
thing
for
that's hurting
Sweden,
is the fans. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a couple quotes from one of the prosecutors in his case, and his name is Daniel Sunsen. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but he's the like city police or city public prosecution officer in Stockholm, which is where ASAP's being held. So basically, he said, I have today commenced criminal proceedings against the 3 individuals suspected of assault causing actual bodily harm. And those other 2 individuals were one of his big beefy security guards, and I think just another security guard or someone a part of the ASAP mob. And they said, having come to the conclusion that the events in question constitute a crime, and despite claims of self-defense and provocation, I am so bad at words sometimes.
You had it that second time, kind of.
Provocation. Yeah, basically,
Yeah.
it's just like they're being provoked. And he said, basically, there's some things that we haven't seen yet. So he said he studied the videos that are made available to the inquiry. So like the jury and the people in the courtroom, they've seen these videos. They did say that he's had access to a greater amount of material that was unavailable to the internet. And it said, in addition to the video material, the injured party's statements have been supported by witness statements. So obviously there were some people there that are going to be on these dudes' sides. And I'll try to say this name the best, but ASAP's Swedish attorney, his name is Slobodan Jovic. He basically just reiterated his argument that his client was acting in self-defense, and that while the decision to charge him was going to be expected, ASAP was still in disbelief and feeling very disappointed, because now he said it's now black and white. That's the way he sees it. So at this point, he's obviously going to be stuck in Sweden while awaiting trial, which takes place, I believe, next week. That'll be the 30th. Yeah. So it starts the 30th, goes to August 2nd. And they also added to that the 2 that were injured in the fight, so the 2 that were antagonizing them, they'll testify, I guess, in court. So that'll be interesting to see what they have to say. And then that new footage of the assault that I mentioned earlier, they're going to play that in court as well. And then hopefully they'll show the public that too, because I know a lot of people want to see that. But yeah, if ASAP's found guilty, he's looking at about 2 years maximum in prison. Now, you never know, like, if he does get charged, they could give him like 6 months or something like that. Good behavior. I don't know how Swede law works, but definitely.
Hey, at least their prisons are nice.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty bad. I thought he was,
Well, it was just
only
super
bad at
nice.
They're nicer than ours.
They're like
Are they?
apartments.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not somewhere where you'd want to be, but it's probably pretty chill. And I'm sure he's not
No,
the only
I-
famous person.
I heard
there.
he was only getting like an apple a day, and there's like fucking someone throwing feces at someone at him.
That is definitely
An
slander.
apple a day is all you get in the Sweden prisons.
Yeah, this isn't the 1800 BC times walrus. There's laws and
And people
guidelines.
That's
throw
what I heard.
feces
That's
at
what I
you.
saw.
Yeah, I've seen posts that came out and said ASAP's doing just fine where he is. He's getting enough food and all of that. But yeah, that'll be interesting. We can definitely cover on that when the time comes, because I know that's definitely going to be a big subject.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you guys have
There will
anything
be a
else to add
lot
to
of
that?
news coming from that, I guess.
Got anything else to add on that, or do you guys just want to transition into?
Well, like, I don't understand how they can have the same witnesses, like the 10 blocks that they walked away from the original spot where he was whipping them with the headphones and stuff.
Yeah, I guess just because they have that newer video footage that none of us have seen yet, maybe there's something else they did to antagonize. But if ASAP went out of his way to walk up to the pedestrian and say, "Hey, I'm just doing this for the cameras, so I say my 2 cents," we weren't antagonizing these 2. They came up on us, and we're just basically trying to get away from them, because they walked. I don't know how long the actual like confrontation took place, but the video I watched was like 5 minutes long, and it was like cuts. So you could, and they were like in different
Yeah,
places.
they
the
were
whole time.
walking.
Yeah, they were just walking all around, and these dudes, were just asking for it. They like, come on, dude. Like you threw your headphone at somebody in self-defense for one. Clearly, you didn't get brought up in a household where you could fight, so that was just something dumb on your end. But yeah, I don't know. I really hope he doesn't have to stay there forever. Or not forever,
Yeah,
but doesn't have to stay there for 2 years.
Forever.
That'd be unfortunate.
Sucks though because in 2 years, I mean, he's still gonna be relevant, but like that's a lot of album sales that you're missing out on, and other things that you could be doing, touring, marketing,
Hey, at least
campaign.
he has plenty of time for 2 years. That's plenty of time to make sure that the next album you release is gonna be a banger.
Yeah.
You know what I heard? I heard he was missing out on, like, you know how he was doing his tour, I guess.
The one that when he was in Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, he's missed out on like $2 million because all those days he was in I guess the
Yeah,
Sweden jail.
I'm sure they wanted him at Rolling Loud and things like that have taken or that are gonna be taking place because they have Rolling Loud all over. It's definitely shitty. But let's be honest though, ASAP Rocky is easily the most famous ASAP member besides Yams, so I'm sure he's got a decent bag saved up for situations. He's definitely not hurting for cash. But yeah, that'll be very interesting to see what comes of it. Oh, you guys want to
Definitely.
transition on to your subjects now?
Do you just want to transition to the ciphers since it's hip hop related?
Lead the way, Walrus.
Might as well.
I was kind of disappointed to say the least for these ciphers. I don't know, it's just a bad pairing for most of them because there was like no hype man. But I would say out of the three ciphers, Blueface, Rico Nasty, and Wyman Corday, they had the best one. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with the first two, but not Blueface. I thought that freestyle was terrible.
I didn't really like it.
He's one of those rappers that, I don't know, he's all for the clout, and when his song Bust Down Tatiana was out, that was the very last thing that I wanted to hear in my ears, so.
It's not for us, but I'm sure other people like that.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I don't know. The only person I even cared about in that cipher was YBN Corday, and he satisfied me. But I will say that the females outshined the males easily. They
definitely did.
Yeah. I don't like XL's double XL the way it is now. I liked it before. They just put everybody on the cipher all at once. That's way more interesting to me. But I can understand. You gotta do what you gotta do. But
It was disappointing, man. They did it like some of them didn't even do their freestyle, and Gunna didn't even do either the cipher or the freestyle.
Yeah, the only thing that come to my head of why he didn't do his is because A, he just straight up said he didn't want to do it, or B, his was just so bad that they were like, nah, man, you're not gonna be on there. But in 2016, Designer had the absolute worst freestyle of all time, and they let him go on. So,
Dude, I couldn't even understand him.
Yeah, the
That's
memes
how
that came
bad
up
he
with that are hilarious. It's just like, just like a monkey is what they'll make it sound over, like it's somebody picking their hair. Super funny. But yeah, I guess like Designer killed it for the meme. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely not for everyone's taste. I know you wanted to dive in a little bit on another subject. You want to hop on that one too, Walrus, or?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna. I kind of still want to talk about the ciphers. Still.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. I think. I still want to talk about Gunna. I feel like if you're on the cover, you definitely need at least to do the cipher.
Yeah, I really don't understand why they would let him do that. But to be honest, and this is my total personal opinion, anyone listening, if you really think his solo signals are good, more power to you, blast that shit. But I personally cannot stand him by himself. So if anything, it was probably for the best.
Yeah, he's good on features for
he's
sure.
only good on features. I can't remember the name of that song, but he literally said the same 3 words the entire song. And it was the worst 2.5 minutes of my entire life. And I've had some pretty shitty things happen. That was definitely up there with probably the worst moment of my entire life.
It was that bad.
Yeah. But, yeah, Rico Nasty, Slade.
Yeah, she did slay.
I can't remember the other females' names.
It was Megan the Stallion, and it was what was the other? I didn't really listen to
Osiris killed it
her.
too. I never knew him before. I
Dude,
I thought
everybody's
he killed it.
clowning him.
I don't know. I like the singing rappers. Like I like Melly. I like.
Everybody said he
he
did
really reminded me of Boogie with the Hoodie, and I fuck with him a little bit. So I thought
It was
that
Tierra Whack. That was the other female rapper.
okay. Yeah, they all
I know.
killed
I
it.
Yeah, I like
like
Roddy
how-
Rich.
Who was the last girl that did the freestyle?
Tierra
one?
Whack.
Yeah, she did it all a cappella, which in my book, if you can slay an a cappella, you're you're the goat easily.
She did.
Nobody does
She
that.
didn't do it. She didn't do her freestyle, but I guess she posted it on Instagram. But
Yeah, what she
I-
did though was sick. She made the music stop and she slayed that. So more power to her. Yeah.
similar to X.
Yeah, I'd say I didn't really like X's. That's just me though. I wasn't a big fan of X. I liked early X. I liked X with like Ski Mask and things like that. But yeah, easily for me it was probably DaBaby, YBN, Corday, and then Rico Nasty. Those are the three that did the best for me. Roddy Rich's was good though. I just don't feel like they gave him enough time. I also haven't listened to him that much, so at least from what I've heard, it was-
Kumefacine sounded like he wanted to fucking murder me through the screen.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
he sounded like he was trying to catch a charge like TK.
Oh, TK, he got 55 years too.
Yeah, that's to be honest, I don't feel bad for him at all. He literally
No,
posted a song about getting off, like running away from the case and trying to beat the case. And the whole time he's flexing a gun, making it look like he's trying to kill somebody. So entirely I'm
Who does that?
idiots. And like I don't understand why you do that because it's 2019 and
It's sad.
everything's on the internet and that music video was used to like prosecute him. So more power
It's
to
sad.
you.
He's only 19 years old and he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
funny.
prison.
I saw some posts that said, "Don't worry, TK, you'll be on the cover of XXL 2074."
Jesus.
But
I-
yeah,
He still has the upcoming charge too. I think
yeah,
he still has
yeah, you
one murder
mentioned that.
charge.
There's still one murder charge that they haven't done anything. That one will probably take a while for it to come to light, anyways. This one he's getting
Yeah.
charged for now was in 2016, and this is like 3 years later, and they're just diving in on it.
He might get life in prison. I swear to God.
Yeah, that's if he doesn't get murdered in prison.
Nah, I feel like he's going to do well in prison.
Hopefully, because he wasn't very good at beating the case, as we all have seen.
Definitely not. Sad that he has to go through that shit.
Yeah, but I mean,
Not even sad. It's just sad that
you
it
make
had
your
to
own,
go like that way.
you make your own bet in those situations.
Yeah.
And I know like Melly is in sort of the same situation. I don't know if he did it or not, but I know there's a very good chance that Melly's getting out. So he obviously didn't do it, I would assume. But then again, he made 2 songs about it, so you never know. Mind on my murder and murder on my mind. So who the fuck knows, dude? Let's just say I'm glad I'm not a 18-year-old, 19-year-old rapper up and coming, thinking that's the way to get cool, because I'd want it to be authentic. That's just me, though.
No, he's got quite the record, it looks like.
Yeah. Especially
Who,
Tay.
Melly?
No, TK.
Oh yeah, TK does. He is like armed robbery.
Yeah, which he pleaded guilty to, and I can't. What was it? Capital murder, I think was like the actual charge. that
It
he
wasn't
pleaded.
It was just murder.
Yeah,
I-
they found him not guilty for capital murder, but guilty for first degree murder. I'm pretty sure.
I think the only reason he's getting like this many years is because of the Texas laws. If you're if you're with a group of people and one of the other I guess partners you're with, they kill that person, you're definitely gonna get that charge too. So
Yeah, you could just be literally in the passenger seat, not doing a damn thing. You're getting the full
Mhm.
charge, the full extent of it. But from the
Texas
way
This
he
guy
like
just
that.
was in the SUV and jumps out, starts screaming help, and they try to run him over, and then he
What?
jumps on the hood and they all got out of the car, and the one guy shot him.
was this the one that they were trying to rob his camera equipment or whatever? Because I heard that's how like
He's like a
One-
photographer or something.
yeah, they were trying to rob him, and he obviously was like, "No, you're not taking my shit." So then they ended up killing him. Just fucked up.
Robbed another person while on the run.
bragged about it.
He also beat some old dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the person who attacked him and robbed him. He's 65.
I really don't understand. Like, I did listen to like really hood rap growing up, like Fredo Santana and things like that, and they didn't talk about murdering people. They just talked about like selling drugs, which is like, obviously, like don't sell drugs, but it's a lot more better thing to rap about than beating a murder case thinking you're hot shit. I don't know. If he did it, which I'm pretty sure he did, I hope he gets absolutely nailed for it, which he obviously did. So we'll see.
Oh, if this guy did it, he's a bad guy.
He definitely deserves it.
Yeah, I feel no sympathy for him at all. And personally, I only listened to the race just so I like knew what he was saying in the music video. I thought his rapping was horse shit. I don't get why people think he's so good. That's just me though.
He smuggled a cell phone in too to jail
Oh, yeah, he
or to
did.
prison.
And he has a gang, the Rugrats.
Yep. Yeah, that's his name, the Rugrats.
He formed the gang, and he has a set of rules to it too. I kind of want to look that up. Actually, that's kind of old news too, but I guess we can dabble on that.
No Jumper made a song with TK
They did?
I think it was just
and Block Boy.
like they promoted it. I think.
As a featured artist, it says Hard, No Jumper featuring TK and Block Boy JB.
Oh, maybe they were in and on it then. Yeah, I saw that video. I just didn't click on it. Hearing the race was enough for me.
Yeah, the rules are everything you do is to better yourself, fellow Rugrats, or your situation. Do not snitch if caught in illegal activities. Hold your own and take all consequences given to you. Never steal from a fellow Rugrat.
One of the rules is don't snitch.
Yeah, don't snitch is capitalized. Never
Capitalized.
That's hilarious.
Never disobey.
We've had a few fuck ups on this.
For the last time,
Never
nobody fucking snitch.
Snitch 9, man.
Snitch 9.
Never disobey a higher rank. No hurting or slaughter of children unless necessary. Kind
Dude,
of
that's
fucked up.
Fucked up.
That's
dude.
really fucked up.
And I guarantee you,
Jump-
JK came up with all these rules too. Fuck him, dude.
He did. I guarantee it.
Let
Jumped
him
in.
get the ASAP Rocky treatment. Let him get the 1 apple a day. Fuck that kid, dude.
1 apple a day and feces thrown at him.
Yeah, that kid deserves all the feces being thrown at him.
I think jumped in an organization or voted in by a sergeant. No leaving unless jumped out or a blessing from both sergeants. Love, respect, protect, and cherish your fellow Rugrats always.
Cherish. Unless they got something you want, then you fucking kill them.
You say cherish. Like, cherish your fellow Rugrat.
He only fucking named it because he is a Rugrat.
Hey, he fucking looks like one. It was funny though, I saw, I don't remember in what song, or if like he just made it very apparent that he likes noodles. And he's a little chunky. He's been in jail for a little bit. So somebody on the YouTube comments, they were like, "TK been getting them good noodles."
Dude, they've been roasting him, I swear to God. You know that aging app?
Oh God.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, the
So he was in in the courtroom, and he had like his fucking glasses on. He was looking all nice, and they aged him up, and they're like, "This is how TK is gonna look when he gets out." And then just an old ass TK. I thought that was pretty fucking funny.
Old ass TK.
Old ass TK. Is there any other news you guys want to talk about?
He looks old as fuck in that picture. I'll show this up on here for the YouTube audience. Look at that.
Yeah,
man.
you might have to.
He's old as fuck in that picture. He looks so wrinkly. That's hilarious. I love the internet sometimes.
Fucking memes everywhere.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, fuck that kid. At the end of the day, fucking loser. But yeah. You guys got anything else you wanna rip open a can of beans on? You got any? Got any subjects?
Brandon, do you want to spill any beans?
I might have a few beans I could spare to spill.
That's what we're about here, is spilling. Beans.
You guys know all the controversy with the gamble or the loot boxes and stuff in like the European countries, right?
How they like
Mhm.
want to ban loot boxes and like Overwatch and things like that.
Like
Yeah.
EA.
They're saying that it is gambling and gambling's not for children.
Which I can respect that. They did.
I completely respect it too, but it's I don't know. That's kind of unfair.
It's
But
a-
there's good news for it though.
What
It looks like in the UK now they've just now ruled out that loot boxes cannot be considered gambling anymore because they are apparently because they're free.
They're free? Wait,
Yeah,
what do you mean?
Well, most loot boxes in games you just earn by playing and like winning or
But-
losing the game, I guess.
I mean, but you can still buy it, and these kids are still buying it.
Well, you can still buy it, but you don't have to, which makes it not gambling. But
guess.
Still
with it
gambling.
being free or not free, you're still spending your in-game money or whatever. You're spending your actual time to get an item that could be good or an item that could be worthless. So I mean, it could still be considered gambling, but I don't know. I think it's fine. Plenty of kids, I'd just say no to my child. I'd be like, no, you can't have my credit card. No.
I mean,
I don't know,
maybe
some
like
of
some of
these-
these Fortnite kids who spent like X amount of dollars on their parents' credit card.
Jesus.
Super easy, super attainable. I don't know. My stance on it is if it's in-game obtainable, it shouldn't be considered gambling. I can totally respect that. What I will say though is what I agreed with and what it meant to go. I don't know if you guys followed like Counter-Strike. It was kind of similar to this a couple years ago. I don't remember what
Oh,
the
yeah,
website
Team
was
Arden.
called. Yeah, it was like a huge website where you like had the
Syndicate.
yeah, you had like the huge chance, like you could spend like X amount of dollars and get a chance to win like these really cool gold skins or things like that. And it didn't help with, I think at that point too, YouTube was just blowing the fuck up. Twitch was like, Twitch was there. But people were just like promoting it to make it look like it's this cool thing. So you got all these kids stealing their parents' credit cards to get these loot boxes on CSGO. And the only way you could get these loot boxes with real money. So that one I totally agree with. All the people who, were involved in that. I know they got some legal penalties. So
Yeah, some loot.
Yeah, and they
crates and
own
loot
the
boxes are a
website
little
too.
Controversial.
well, yeah, it was their own domain name and everything, wasn't it?
hmm
Yeah.
They didn't say it at all in the video, and they like edited it later in the video after they were getting flagged. They put it in the description.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong though. If I was a PC gamer at that point, I probably would have dived in because there's a lot of cool fucking gun skins that you see running around in CS:GO, and I know for damn well that those kids were involved in that shit. But yeah, it's a really weird subject, especially just with like the rise of internet and all that in the last couple of years. Like, you pretty much don't even have to go outside to do any of the normal human shit like that anymore. So it's weird. I mean, even on Twitch, like Andy Milonakis, for example, just because I know he's been doing it recently, he plays like these crazy, I think it's like 5mm poker tournaments where it's just like virtual poker where you spend real money. Like, that shit's popping, dude. So I can only imagine like how that's gonna relate to. I'm sure that's gonna catch some flack at some point because there's no way to 100% verify you're above the age of 18 for that shit.
I used to do that. I don't really remember the.
See, I'm just
Uh,
not good at like gambling and things like that. So I just never cared to do that.
Yeah,
when
me
I was
neither.
a kid, I played this online poker thing. You didn't really even get the money. You just pay money, and you wouldn't even get like money in return. It was just like having fun on poker with no return.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's So weird, and it's only gonna get weirder in the next couple of years as everything progresses.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially with VR, you can put a VR headset and be in Caesar's Palace. Like it's gonna be wild.
Oh yeah. The gambling addictions will be real then.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking nuts.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Or-
Um, I don't know.
Well, I was just reading here that it looks like a Georgia woman's in custody for going into a McDonald's and she got she ordered some fries.
Oh, I heard about this. Oh,
Yeah, she ordered some fries, and when she got her order, she came back in and she says that her fries were cold. And went and asked
God.
about the manager and said if she could get some new fries. So the manager went and got her some new fries, and as the manager went to go get the new fries, the woman went into the kitchen and fired a gun right onto the floor of the McDonald's.
Jesus Christ.
The owner says he gave the woman a refund and she left.
It's fucking
She
whack.
accused of leading the officers in a chase for about 10 to 15 minutes. Jesus Christ.
She took her drink and threw it at the manager.
Was she on anything?
Doesn't look like it.
Watson says their fighting words turned into actual fighting. Oh my.
Yeah, she got aggravated assault, armed robbery, attempting to elude police, and firearm possession. Jail records show she also faces a battery charge and 6 driving citations. Oh my god.
Imagine doing this over French fries. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Watson says despite no one being hurt, she still does not feel safe working there anymore. And she fears for her life and fears for her family. Or her family fears for her life too.
And I mean, she's totally fair for that.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. That was the
Oh
girl.
yeah, definitely.
That was the girl who that was the worker there that she like pulled the gun on. The Watson.
The one who got the cold fries. No, Watson was one of the workers.
Oh, okay.
I think the manager or something, maybe.
Yeah, that's
I
wild,
think
dude.
I think it's like just the levels of crazy get a little bit crazier the closer to Florida you get.
I know, you can just type in Florida man in your birthday and some crazy shit goes down.
Florida, man.
Like we'll see what Florida man did on my birthday.
Like
First
some,
one. Oh god.
an alligator through some drive-through.
Florida
That was
man
kinda crazy.
shot and killed
Florida's
brother
fucking
over
crazy just in
cheeseburger
general.
On May 8th, 2 years ago. 25-year-old Florida man faces murder charges accused of shooting and killing his older brother over a cheeseburger. Nicholas Middledorf was declared dead at the scene from a single gunshot wound to the chest. He's only 28. God damn, dude. He and his brother had a fight before he grabbed the gun and shot him. Told police Nicholas began bullying him about a cheeseburger. And the police report didn't give any further details. Ah, dude, that's wild. You're gonna shoot your blood over a fucking shitty cheeseburger.
Wow.
What? Some interesting, some beans to spill.
Well, no. Well, yeah. I mean, I googled my binged because I'm that guy, I guess. I googled my Florida man. It says Florida man drunk and naked allegedly sets house on fire in failed cookie baking attempt.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, there's a lot of people setting things on fire on my birthday, dude. Looks like the Rocket League news here. It says the Rocket League Pass 2 and 3 was too long. The gap between them was, so they're extending Rocket Pass 3 to the beginning of Rocket Pass 4.
Which is the way it should be.
Yeah,
That is the way it should be.
Every other game
Should have done that
has
last season.
every game that has a battle pass, per se, that's the way it does. Fortnite does it. Apex, I don't think Apex did it actually. I think theirs ended and the second season started. But Dota does it. I think if League, pretty sure League is a battle pass, they would do it that way too. That just makes sense because at that point, you're not putting any new content in the game. What's the point? Like
Yeah, I
play.
remember we just stopped playing when that stopped.
I mean, yeah, you can only get so many painted items before you're like, I have zero reason to be playing this game right now.
Oh yes, definitely. But I'll take all of those painted items as titanium white as many times as they want to give me them.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
It
That's just
also- They are also changing the challenge system on there too. It says the challenges will stay active throughout the whole duration of the Rocket Pass. So you'll be able to just go back, and if you miss any challenges, you're able to just come back and do all of them.
Oh
all
my
over
god, that means
again.
I'll get so much like of the XP, and I can get I guess higher in the Rocket Pass.
Yeah, it just makes so much sense to not weekly restrict those challenges. Like, I can tell you know everybody, their entire goal with the Rocket Pass is to do every challenge the day it comes out. You're gonna be working, you're gonna be fucking on vacation, fucking shit comes up. Life happens.
Yeah, I was trying my damnedest though to complete every challenge on there, and it
Didn't
got
work
so
out.
hard with the eggs and everything else. It's just a little bit unbearable.
I missed all the dumb ones. Like, one I checked yesterday, and I think you needed to say "wow" 15 times. I did it 14 times. Like, that's so dumb.
14 times.
Or them making us play those game modes that we hated playing.
Oh yeah, the super powered car game modes. I'm not a fan of those. Just give
I
me,
wouldn't even do that now. That's just too boring.
yeah, just give me OG Rocket League. It was the same thing with Siege for us though. I didn't enjoy any of those. I can't say I didn't enjoy the very first event they put in that game. Actually, that was actually kind of fun. 'Cause it was like real Siege.
It was on their Uplay shit, right? Their Ubisoft rewards for the charms.
What do you like the charms from the event?
Yeah. Wait.
No,
What are you talking about?
I'm saying like the in-game events, like the Wild West one from a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
And then like the little toy one where we got to be like Capcan and Chonka dressed up as like little kids, or not little kids, but like kid toys. And then when you shot the wall, there was stars. That was fucking funny. That was cool. But the Wild West one is trash.
It was fun for the first couple of games, and it just got stale.
It's cool that they I was basically just trying to overall say that. It's cool they do that. But me, for the most part, if I play a game, I like it for the core reason. I don't need those extra game modes to enjoy it. That's just me, though. You guys got any other beans to spill? You want to dive on subject matter that we already spoke about?
Out of beans right now.
I don't know.
He says I'm out of beans.
We've spilled a lot of beans. It's been almost an hour.
Looks like a owner of a medical marijuana dispensary in Oklahoma is selling meth out of his shop.
What?
Yeah. It says on 2 separate occasions, the undercover agents have recently purchased meth from the owner of Left-Handed Okies dispensary in Spiro, and OBN spokesperson said. I guess that's the Oklahoma News. The dispensary is now shut down, but the owner is now going to jail.
I'm doing a good thing with meth. Damn.
Yeah, for real. He had a great shop open. He looks like an angry person, kind of. So I mean,
maybe he was doing some of the meth for
he's
personal
probably
use.
yeah, definitely. Along the meth topic, you heard about the meth gators, right?
No, like
In Florida or in Tennessee, we're saying that the people there need to stop flushing their narcotics down the drains because it's making the gators become meth gators. They're becoming crazy. And there was just this huge deal about people who should need to stop flushing their meth and stuff down the toilet. And they said that they're finding creatures all over that are addicted to meth now and just going crazy. But I guess it's just a huge joke, and the state of Tennessee police department, or one of the police departments in Tennessee, says that they take their job seriously, but they like to joke, and said that they've been saying this just because they want you to stop doing it anyway.
yeah, that's what it's looking like on this website that I'm reading it from. They were like, it's basically just a huge joke. Just please stop flushing your meth down the toilet.
Yeah. Stop doing meth, you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's just the easiest way. Stop getting all yanked up. To each their own, though. You want to lose all your teeth? Just fucking eat some goddamn Sour Patch Kids every day. I'll do the same thing.
Definitely. I don't think their goal though is to lose their teeth.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe do some Adderall then. You don't gotta go fully balls to the wall.
Do some
I don't know.
Adderall. Don't encourage them to do anything.
Yeah.
Nobody do any drugs, all right?
Unless you're
It's just
prescribed
this-
Adderall and you need it for your attention deficit disorder, then
Not even then.
medication. Yeah, it's probably your parents don't love you. That's
Your
the
parents
reason
don't
why.
love you. They probably gave you a Nintendo DS for your birthday to make you leave them alone.
Oh.
You can cut that one out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm definitely ranting on here. I don't know. I'd say that's probably a good stopping point for us right now. So at least we got some beans for next week's episode.
I would say you can cut this out before. But I can't hear you guys sometimes.
TK was sentenced to 55 years in prison.
55 years.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
shit.
still has one more charge.
Yeah, that's it's gonna be interesting. I can only imagine what comes out of it when his next charge gets brought up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely feeling a little bit out of beans. I'd say we can end up closing this one up.
Yeah.
You guys got any final words or anything you can tell our audience?
Until next time.
I enjoyed this the first podcast, to be honest. At
Yeah.
first I was
Yeah, I thought it went really well.
mm-hmm.
Obviously, if you're watching this on Messy, I guess I don't entirely know about likes and subs or things like that. But if you enjoy the content, sub, and if you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like, hit the subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and yeah, this was the very first Bean Can episode. Roski out.
Thanks for watching.
Go
Walk
fuck yourself.
yourself.
Go fuck yourself, he said.